film's funniest lines. The cast is rounded out with smaller but memorable roles, like Karen Sony as Dopinder, the taxi driver with big dreams, and Stefan Kapicic as the voice of Colossus, the straight-laced X-Man who tries and fails to keep Deadpool in line. What makes Deadpool stand out is its budget, or lack thereof. Believe it or not, this blockbuster was made for just $58 million. That's pocket change compared to most superhero movies, which often cost $100 million to $200 million or more. For context, 2016's Captain America, Civil War, and Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice each had budgets around $250 million. Fox was hesitant about the project, especially after Reynolds' Green Lantern flopped in 2011, and they slashed the budget by $7 million just 48 hours before greenlighting the film. But here's the kicker. That low budget forced the team to get creative. As Reynolds himself said, every time they lost a big set piece, they replaced it with character moments, and that became the heart of the movie. The result? A film that grossed $782 million worldwide, making it the 9th highest grossing movie of 2016 and the highest grossing R-rated film at the time. Talk about a return on investment. The story follows Wade Wilson, a former Special Forces operative turned mercenary, who undergoes a rogue experiment that leaves him with accelerated healing powers but a scarred appearance. Armed with his new abilities and a twisted sense of humor, he becomes Deadpool and sets out on a mission that's equal parts revenge and redemption. I won't spill the beans on the plot, but trust me, it's a roller coaster of action, comedy, and heart. The film explores themes of love, teamwork, and what it means to be a hero, or, in Deadpool's case, an antihero. It's not about saving the world. It's about saving what matters most to Wade, and that personal stake makes the story hit hard. The script, written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, aka the real heroes here, is a masterclass in balancing humor and heart. They packed the film with witty dialogue, pop culture references, and fourth wall breaks that make you feel like Deadpool's talking directly to you. The pacing is relentless, clocking in at a tight 1 hour and 48 minutes, so there's never a dull moment. The writers leaned into the R rating, filling the movie with adult humor, graphic violence, and enough F-bombs to make your grandma blush. But it's not just shock value. The humor is clever, the action is inventive, and the emotional beats land perfectly. Let's talk about the music, because Deadpool's soundtrack is a character in itself. Composer Junkie XL, aka Tom Hokenborg, created a score that's pure 1980s nostalgia, using retro synths like the Oberheim and Synclavier to match the film's pre-1990s musical vibe. The soundtrack is packed with bangers like Neil Sedaka's Calendar Girl for a steamy montage, the Deadpool rap by Team Headkick for a high-energy sequence, and plenty of George Michael and Wham! Tracks, including references to the album Make It Big. The music isn't just background noise. It's woven into the story, amplifying the humor and emotion. The soundtrack album dropped digitally on February 12, 2016, and physically on March 4th to Milan Records, and it's the perfect companion to the film's chaotic energy. Production-wise, Deadpool was a gamble that paid off big time. The project languished for years because Fox wasn't sure an R-rated superhero movie could work. After Reynolds' Green Lantern bombed, the studio was even more skeptical, and they gave Miller a low six-figure budget to create test footage. That footage, which leaked online in July 2014, changed everything. Fans went wild, and the overwhelming response forced Fox to greenlight the film with a release date of February 12, 2016. Principal photography took place in Vancouver, British Columbia, from March to May 2015, with visual effects handled by multiple vendors to add blood, gore, and the CGI character Colossus. The result is a film that looks and feels like a much bigger production than its $58 million budget suggests. The marketing for Deadpool was genius, largely because of Reynolds' involvement. With a limited marketing budget, he teamed up with Fox's marketing chief, Mark Weinstock, to create a campaign that was as unconventional as the movie itself. They leaned hard into social media, dropping hilarious trailers, cheeky billboards, and even emojis of Deadpool's face. Reynolds' commitment to the character shone through in every promo, from viral videos to his appearance at fan events. The campaign perfectly captured the film's irreverent tone, and it paid off with a record-breaking opening weekend of $132 million domestically, surpassing 50 Shades of Grey, for the biggest February opening ever and setting a new high for R-rated films. Critics and audiences love Deadpool. It has an 8.0/10 rating on IMDb and an 83% score on Rotten Tomatoes, with fans praising its humor, action, and Reynolds' career-defining performance. Reviewers call it a sardonic delight and a refreshingly irreverent departure from typical superhero movies.